So there's three of them sitting right there documenting what public servants do on the public's time on public property. And I mean, it's just a matter of time. It is just a matter of time before they pull somebody over. Or, ah, I don't know what the norm is over here, but I know there's three of them right there sitting together on the street. What's up, DW Party? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm in, well, I'm in Louisiana. Um, I'm not far from Texas. I went into Louisiana for a couple of days, coming from Galveston, and and now I am back towards the Texas line. I'm not really sure that I really want to disclose the area that I'm at, the city that I'm at, until it just becomes known where I'm at. Key club switching partners. I don't know. What's that? Hey, do y'all got me on the audio all right? I've got the I've got the audio hooked up to the studio mic. We're gonna see some action tonight. That's for sure. We're going to see some action tonight. 5 by 5. Awesome. Good deal. All right. Looks like we got one of them just put their brake lights on. See if I can let go of this thing if it'll stay right there. I got it on the windowsill. I'll say this. There's a lot of water around this area that I'm at. I haven't made my way down to the water yet. That's coming. Hey, what's up, Gio? What is up, brother? You know, same old, same old. Documenting what public servants do on public property, keeping them honest. Hey, we can only hope that they're discussing the Bill of Rights, but we know that's not the case. They'll still not know the five elements of the First Amendment. They won't even know three. They won't even know three. I man, I wish I had I wish I had my first episode of my new podcast, the Rico tapes. It's about I'm about halfway done on it right now. What's up, man? Huh? Yeah, if it's got I'm about halfway through it right now. 15 minutes in. It's gonna be a 30-minute podcast. Uh, and I'm excited about it. Really good stuff. Can't wait to get it out there. It needs to be out. It's called the Rico tapes. There's a big part of me that there's a big part of me that wants to play it just to give y'all something to really look forward to. I don't want to put subpar quality stuff out there that I know needs to be needs to be much better. You ever want to what? Let's see. Oh, you're in Ocala, man? Hey, I might come down there. I've been thinking about coming to Florida. My mom actually grew up in Ocala. We're not exactly on speaking terms right now, but I do remember that she grew up in Ocala. Let me see something real quickly. Background music. I know I've got this thing saved out as a video. Yeah. I do have this. This is off the. I got a little carried away with playing the music off the Bad Actors album down in Galveston, and it interrupted actual um, conversations that were had with the police while I was down there sending a strong message of accountability to the Galveston area. By the way, give y'all an update on that. I The defendants have been served. So the district court clerk dropped the ball, and the district court clerk dropped the ball and never did serve or never did issue the summons out to the U.S. Marshals to serve on the defendants. Of course, I've got a gigantic conflict of interest with the U.S. Marshals. They're a bunch of no good, sorry sons of bitches. October 18th, I'm coming for that party. 100%. For those on here that haven't heard the Bad Actors album, Bad Actors album is, let me see. This is probably most of the people on here have heard the songs on that album. It's to prop the people up on the pedestal that are bad actors that really need that that extra praise. Them to go down and for them to live in infamy like they truly earned. This is the second track off of the Bad Actors album. It's on my website, wtpnews.org. www.wtpnews.org. At the top menu, you'll see the Bad Actors album. I am releasing it for free. I do not know. But yeah, this is unbroken. This goes through the chronological order of what happened, the mess that's happened over the last 8 years, and there's been a lot more that's happened since this.
They broke the chains, but I walked out free. Every scar they carved just empowered me. 2017, Lafayette's chokehold grip. Sheriff's badge turned to a power trip. Mississippi flag in my righteous hand. Public sidewalk where free citizens stand. Timmy Pruitt rolled up with manufactured rage. No permit, lies wrapped me in a cage. Asked for his badge number. Exercise my right. They cuffed me up in broad Mississippi daylight. Video went viral, whole county shook. They fired back with a felony book. False stalking charge, legal masquerade. All to indemnify the mess they made. 2018, November's bitter frost. Lizzie Crowder, weaponized what mattered most. Filed false rape, turned love to a courtroom game. 2 years grinding through manufactured shame. 2020, she played out, escaped the cell. Paid her fine while my world went to hell. Support for Lydia suddenly flipped and betrayed. 4 years lost, no father-daughter serenade. No bedtime stories, no calls relayed. Just silence where I laughed, it used to cascade. December 2021, the storm returned. Alcorns ripped while Lafayette bridges burned. Joey East crew snatched me ice cold. No evaluation, no facts, no lawful hold. Tupelo's walls, padded bed confinement. North Miss meds clouding my mental alignment. February 22, they came once more. Alcorns fabrications walked through the door. Newborn son in the ER sacred light. they cuffed me up. Stole that holy night. 7 days in solitary's concrete cave. Then East Miss Pharmaceuticals to enslave. June 2020, 22. Walk through the hall. Oxford City standing dignified and tall. Camera rolling. Made a clerk request. Public records. Constitutional quest. But they twisted it. Spun their narrative line. Mayor claimed fear to blur the constitutional line. Dusted off that restraining order from 17. Weaponized fresh for a felony scene. Charged with stalking for walking through City Hall. For asking questions, for standing up tall. October 22, I fought the machine again. Marched the FBI, laid truth before federal men. Oxford office, evidence carefully laid. But Beavers and Kilpatrick sharpened their blade. November 1st, revoke my parole. November 3rd, they swallowed me whole. Kilpatrick campaign, riding on my back. Used my persecution to advance her political track. Prison walls, months carved in stone. Paid the price, stood defiant alone. August 23, Galveston, suffocating heat. Journalist on assignment, working the street. Allstein's traffic stop, perfectly staged night. False default, we had charged, no sobriety test in sight. 11 months buried, holding my breath. Extradited back to face judicial death. July 24, kangaroo court show. 2-year sentence with zero proof to show. But January 25, post-conviction win. January 22nd, I walk free again. February 1st, Utah's deceptive call. Latent ground, but predatory eyes on all. Sesames reached across state lines, spinning webs with defamatory signs. Rich and spread poison wide. Warring 39 names caught in their slanderous tide. Orrington blocked. Grammar's light. Latent city officials dim constitutional site. March 28th, I dialed that phone. City hall reception, cold as stone. March 31st, face federal walls. Salt Lake City, where justice calls. They demanded ID. Background inspection, I said no. Constitutional protection took my place. Circle my car, still went live, raised awareness far. But the cruelest wound that still remains. Crowder's war, these invisible chains. Lydia's voice, 4 years stolen away. No good night hugs, no Father's Day. Mother and daughter separated by lies. While I break through these court-constructed skies. Filed lawsuits, align the names. Sesames, McCutcheon, their corruption games. Arrington Shield, Layton's wall. Oxford's influence, spanning it all. For Lydia's future, for truth's bright flame. For everything stolen, for clearing my name. This is the anthem, the reckoning beat. Stripped to silence, back on my feet. This ain't over, this is the ascension. Next verse I drop breaks through that dimension. From Lafayette's mud to Galveston's bars, to Layton's walls and federal scar. Yes, I'm the voice they tried to silence through fear, but I'm amplified now, crystal clear.
So that's called Unbroken. That's the second track off of the Bad Actors album. I've already started on Bad Actors Volume 2. Bad Actors Volume 2 is going to be, you think Bad Actors Volume 1 was popping? Bad Actors Volume 2 is really taking everything to the next level. I think so far I've got 3 songs on Volume 2 so far. This is honestly, I mean, I like the Operation Silence the Press, and I like this one.
Bad actors in bright daylight, courtrooms dim the truth at night. Turn the scales to weapons, but the record still will fight. I carry files like land and set the corridors alight. If justice lost the map, then I become the satellite. Bad actors in bright daylight. 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 I dug through boxes, labels
was written like ciphers in code, a name threaded through motions, every pathway in the load. Case notes whisper advocate, but the echoes don't align. When victim means the power for the words been redefined. According to my papers, and the dates that never lied, December bled to January while the truth was left to dry. I stood alone, proceeding raw with Constitution worn, while doors that should protect the hurt guarded those who sworn. Stories already flagged by cops as false and sworn reports. Yet counsel came federally blessed to bend and join in court. So wrote my time like ink and ash, like affidavits sing. If the shepherd feeds the wolves, what hope is left for spring? Bad actors in bright daylight, courtrooms in the truth at night. Turn the scales to weapons, but the record still will fight. I carry files like land and set the corridors alight. If justice lost the map, then I become the satellite. Bad actors in bright daylight. 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 Pages mark the handoffs, family court to criminal plea. Two forms braided tight like rope around the neck of free. Co-counsel, choreography, petitions, time to sway. A dance of seal advantage while I scrape to see my day. According to the filings and the stamps beside the names, victim funds flow downstream where they shouldn't fuel the flames. If advocacy's mirror flips and point to who it shields, then every oath of office cracks and justice floods the fields. I watch the public purse become a private barricade and learn that rights aren't abstract words, that debts the state has made. So I charted every contact, every docket, every call, because sunlight isn't mercy, it's a summons to us all. Bad actors in bright daylight, courtrooms dim the truth at night. Turn the scales to weapons, but the record still will fight. I carry files like land and set the corridors alight. If justice lost the map, then I become the satellite. Bad actors in bright daylight. 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 September inked a bargain, no contest on a page. A quiet deal that kept the gears well oiled against my stage. But history keeps carbon copies, pressure setting clear. And patterns make a RICO map that prosecutors fear. So audit every grant and hour, follow every trail. That funds for victims dress the wolf, that ledger tells the tale. I'm naming names inside the rhyme, the way a docket names. Not verdicts from a chorus, but the claims my record frames. To Christie, hear the chorus, this is notice, not a curse. It's evidence and meter, built from memos, not from hearse. And when my daughters ask me how the truth outlived the spin, I'll show them how a file marked heart keeps beating from within. Bad actors in bright daylight, courtrooms dim the truth at night. Turn the scales to weapons, but the record still will fight. I carry files like land and set the corridors alight. If justice lost the map, then I'll become the satellite. Bad actors in bright daylight. 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 These verses state my allegations and opinion, grounded in my case records and filings. Let the audits and the courts test them, line by line. Bad actors in bright daylight.
So I saw a comment, where can I find this music? So what you just listened to is off of Bad Actors Volume 2. That's not released yet. You're hearing it on this live stream. That's about the only place that you will hear it. Until the album is released. It's only about 3 songs deep into the new album right now. You can find Bad Actors Volume 1, the first album, 15 songs. You can go to, it's on my website, WTPnews.org, www.wtpnews.org, and at the menu at the top, you'll see Bad Actors, the album. You click on it, play the songs right there. They're all true stories. Every single one tells a different story. I wanted to get the truth out there through as many different avenues as possible. People learn different ways. Some people learn better by listening. Some people learn better by watching. Some people learn better by reading. And so I wanted to make sure that I could put the truth out there in as many different avenues so that there's no reason for people not to know the truth other than just pure ignorance is what it really comes down to. If I'm putting it out there on so many different avenues, it's either I'm not doing a good job in marketing it, or people are just choosing to not stay up with what's going on. Um, I've tried my damnedest to market it in as many creative ways as possible. But there's a cancel culture going on right now with um, with my social medias, with and I believe we can directly attribute that to the ones that are being ousted with these corruption scandals. You know, they don't like transparency. They don't like the truth getting thrown out there, and they love to throw their power around in ways that, um, shock the conscience every way you look at it. I mean, it's if you look at the analytics of my channel, there's no other way of explaining it. My live streams a couple of months ago, I could get over 500 people live at once on there. I had live streams that whenever I ended it had 75,000 views on it. Tell me how it makes sense that 2 months later, as more and more information is coming out, that I can't even get triple digits on a live stream. It's literally that muffled. It will not get out. Like no matter what, this they are trying to stop, and I'll tell you, it directly ties into the mainstream media with what or to what's going on with the mainstream media. You're not seeing the truth of what's going on in the news because they're filtering what the people see, the news that the people get. I've sent the mainstream media, I can't tell you how many different stories. They don't want to put, for whatever reason, they don't want to air stories of the truth about the government. They really don't. Unless it's actually something that's directly affecting them, they're mute. Let's see who we got on this live stream. What's up, Big Chief? Rez. I answered that question about the website, WTPnews.org. The Heathen. Bobby Kennedy. What's going on? XXGO, my brother. I will, I hope to see you in October, man. I hope to see you in October. Uh, Hey, and then there's also the newest article published in WTP News talks about the Galveston ordeal, has evidence on it. Like it's you'll see the entire backbone of the lawsuit. You'll see the lawsuit itself. The federal lawsuit is actually posted on the article. The latest summons getting served on the Galveston defendants are on the article. The unmistaken proof that these slimy Galveston officers, particularly Osteen, conspired to lock me up and throw away the key, is on that article. You see another article right down from that about the scandal going on in the Mississippi Supreme Court right now, Court of Appeals. What should happen, the way that they're supposed to rule, based on established law and precedent, is not the case. They're openly violating due process rights, and they don't give a shit about it because there's not enough public pressure being put on them to do the right thing. Here's Rez, if you're still on here and you hadn't seen Operation Silence the Press, this is what happened over this happened about 3 weeks ago, I guess. It happened on it happened August the 25th. I think August 25th. This is Operation Silence the Press. It's happened outside of the federal courthouse in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Operation Silence the Press.
So you're tuning in live for National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day. We the People News.
Kidnapped quick, no warrant, no case. Camera smashed out, tripod in my face. First Amendment written, they erased, but the court said Cohen already placed. Hey! Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest, from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, try to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. August 25th, courthouse stone. Sign in my hands, I stood alone. Words from the past, Cohen's tone. Fuck the marshals, carved in bone. Hated news and badge with a snarl. Threatened my cam, said seize it all. I stepped back slow, obeyed the call. Then he lung slammed hard, I fall. Tripod cracked, my gimbal broke. Camera crushed and the government choked. First Amendment, bled in the smoke, but the record stands. I spoke. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest, from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, try to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. Dragged to a cell, chest punched tight. Couldn't breathe deep, heart raced all night. Knock his arm back just to fight for air. Now he screams assault while I'm gasping there. I tick slow, no sirens near. Paramedics mock, no mercy here. Hospital cold, the truth unclear. Delay in the jail, they jeered. Pastor Olivier, cuffs cut bone. I asked what's the charge, he had none shown. Just a hole for the feds, my rights dethroned. That's kidnapping law in a danger zone. 40 pages black, lies in disguise. I forget, hit the ski, but the scars don't lie. Laugh all you want, but the tape don't die. Operation failed, truth multiplies. Jailhouse freezing, blanket torn, no food served, constitution scorned, wrist bones twisted, pain reborn, but the fight lit brighter in the darkest storm. This ain't 30 days, this is principle strong. 54 years, the court said wrong. One man's lyric, another man's song, and I spit that truth in a world gone wrong. Cross they plots, they stitch and weave. Oxford the Galveston tricks deceive, but you can't erase what the people believe. The first don't fade when the lions grieve. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest, from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, tried to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press.
Operation Silence the Press.
So that was Operation Silence the Press. I mean, you can see it in the video. They broke my gear over me. Violently arrested me. I'm facing the lowest level federal charge. Got trial set for, I think, December the 15th. They charged me with like loitering and disorderly conduct outside of a federal courthouse. Something that's been long decided by Musumeci, or by United States versus Musumeci and Cohen versus California. And now there's going to be a, if they're dumb enough to take it to trial, I highly doubt that's going to be the case, because it's going to set new case law around the country. I want to take this all the way. The only way it's not going to go all the way is if the case is tossed out. Honestly, I hope they don't toss it out. I want to drive my point home on this matter. There's already precedent, and what they did cannot be forgiven. I want to make my way down towards the water. Now that the cops have left, they didn't pull anybody over right here like I was kind of honestly anticipating on them doing. Ah, shit. I just lost my my earbud case under my seat. Well, looky here. They wanted to come back for more. I feel like I feel like they're watching me just like I'm watching them. The only difference is I got a camera and I'm not afraid to use it. And I was just about to leave too. I think I am. These losers aren't going to do anything but just sit there and waste public tax dollars. Oh, I see blue lights. I see blue lights. Yes, I do. I feel like I'm playing Frogger driving through here. Yep, we do have blue lights, y'all. We do have blue lights. Stops a guy for a bicycle. Look at this guy. Circle back around her right there. That's the new thing with cops nowadays. They look for people on bicycles. They'll pull somebody over on a bicycle for having a, even if they have the lights on it. Kind of want to go back or go down towards the water and make my way through downtown over here. See if there's any action down there. And I can't help but think that I'm being stalked out because I pulled up on his stop. So he parks right there. I know the game, just so I can get in my car, and then he pulled me over. Huh? That would be a that would be a horrible damn mistake. There's another one on a bike. You know he wants to. You know he wants to pull him over so bad, so bad. Cop watcher ruined that one. Alright. My for whatever reason, there it is. I gotta make sure my Jeep or my dash cam turns on first. I gotta record this ride. Okay, dash cam. Save video. I think Bobby, if you're still on here, this is for you.
Caught red-handed, their lies laid bare. These public officials thought nobody would care. A conspiracy deep, but the truth's coming through. The system's cracking, now they'll pay their due. Lies and corruption, they thought they'd control, but justice is burning, exposing their soul. They built this on deceit, but their cover is blown. Now the guilty must answer for the seeds they've sown. Down in Galveston, it started that night. Osteen and Doretti turned wrong into right. Said I was drunk, claimed a smell in the air, but no alcohol touched me, their proof wasn't there. They locked me up 11 months in a cell, fabricated charges of personal hell. They twisted the law, made me a pawn, but their conspiracies unravel and it won't last long. A growing plot, their power abused, but I'm breaking the chains, their lies are diffused. The truth's on my side and it's ready to speak, exposing their game, bringing justice to the weak. Caught red-handed, their lies laid bare. These public officials thought nobody would care. A conspiracy deep, but the truth's coming through. The system's cracking, now they'll pay their due. Lies and corruption, they thought they control, but justice is burning, exposing their soul. They built this on deceit, but the cover is blown. Now the guilty must answer for the seeds they've sown. Extradited from Galveston back to Lafayette, 2 weeks before trial, the lies were set.
Then Ben Creekmore played his false hand, fictitious evidence in his corrupt plan. Judge Tolleson fell for the charade they showed. 2 years in prison, down a dark road. Austin hit the stand, swore oath after oath, but his lies cracked under the weight of my growth. July 18th, they thought they'd won, but justice don't sleep, the truth has begun. Their house of cards is shaking, ready to fall. I'm standing tall, calling out them all. Caught red-handed, their lies laid bare. These public officials thought nobody would care. A conspiracy deep, but the truth's coming through. The system's cracking, now they'll pay their due. Lies and corruption, they thought they control. Sentence vacated, exposing their soul. They built it on deceit, but the cover is blown. Now the guilty must answer for the seeds they've sown. Candy Beavers, Hobie James play their dirty part. Conspired with Galveston to tear me apart. Jeff Busby sent false statements to the district attorney, and when the heat came down, it was so concerning. A snake in the grass hiding behind his crew, but the truth reveals everything they do. Their lies run deep, but justice runs deeper. Each betrayal exposed, the climb's getting steeper. They thought they'd silence me, bury my voice, but now it's my time and I've made my choice to shine a light, make sure these criminals pay. Justice is coming, and it's here to stay. I lost it all, but I've still got the fight. Damn right, the truth's a weapon cutting through the night. The sentence declared unlawful, the order vacated. I'm vindicated, liberated, and of course I'm elated.
Here we are. Had to switch over to my other cell phone service.
A conspiracy deep, but the truth's coming through. The system's cracking, now they'll pay their due. Lies and corruption, they thought they control. Sentence vacated, exposing their soul. They built it on deceit, but the cover is blown. Now the guilty must answer for the seeds they've sown. Yeah, pouring in. They're right, the truth's a weapon, cutting through the night. The sentence declared unlawful, the order vacated. I'm vindicated. Caught red-handed, their lies laid bare. These public officials thought nobody would care. A conspiracy deep, but the truth's coming through.
Can anybody guess where I'm at? This is your first clue. It's probably going to be your only clue. Oh, damn it. Does anybody have a guess? So there's a beach. This is all a lake, obviously, not the ocean. It's a nice lake. There's a beach, I think. There's a big sandy white beach. I think in that direction. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's nice. Tranquil. That's a big American flag over there. Half mast. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. To all the people that are cheering that on, saying the disgusting, vile things. I don't care how you feel about a person. That's a hard stop. That's you know, I agree 100% with what DirectD said. Everybody needs to just, you see that type of hateful rhetoric, you need to cancel those people out. Unsubscribe from their shit. Don't give them a platform. That type of that's First Amendment's in place to so that we can have a differing of opinion, not one that encourages violent death of others. And if they start it, so be it. They brought it on. All right, y'all. I'm going to get to work on this podcast. I need to get episode 1 fully recorded, edited up, and released. Shooting to get episode 1 of the Rico tapes out tomorrow. Okay? I've got half of it already recorded. Needs to, I need to do a little editing. In fact, I'm probably just going to go ahead and re-record that. Re-record it all in just one take. And I'm really excited about launching the Rico tapes. But I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Be on the lookout tomorrow, Monday. Well, I guess it's today now. For episode 1 of the Rico tapes. It'll be a 30-minute episode. All right, y'all. Hey, if I see any craziness, I will go back live to document it. You know that. All right. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and get off of here. Everybody have a good night.
Operation Silence the Press.
So you're tuning in live for National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day. We the People News.
Kidnapped quick, no warrant, no case. Camera smashed out, tripod in my face. First Amendment written, they erased, but the court said Cohen already placed. Hey! Operation Silence the Press, they plotted they guess, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, trying to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. August 25th, courthouse stone. Sign in my hands, I stood alone. Words from the past, Cohen's tone. Fuck the marshals, carved in bone. Hated news and badge with a snarl. Threatened my cam, said seize it all. I stepped back slow, obeyed the call. Then he lung slam hard, I fall. Tripod cracked, my gimbal broke. Camera crushed and the government choked. First Amendment, bled in the smoke, but the record stands. I spoke. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, trying to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press. Dragged to a cell, chest punched tight, couldn't breathe deep, heart raced all night, knock his arm back just to fight for air. Now he screams assault while I'm gasping there. I take slow, no sirens near, paramedics mock, no mercy here. Hospital cold, the truth unclear, delay in the jail, they jeered. Pastor Olivier cuff cut bone, I asked what's the charge, he had none shown, just a hold for the feds, my rights dethroned, that's kidnapping law in a danger zone. 40 pages black, lies in disguise, I forget, hit the scheme, but the scars don't lie. Laugh all you want, but the tape don't die. Operation failed, truth multiplies. Jailhouse freezing, blanket torn, no food served, constitution scorned, wrist bones twisted, pain reborn, but the fight lit brighter in the darkest storm. This ain't 30 days, this is principle strong. 54 years, the court said wrong. One man's lyric, another man's song, and I spit that truth in a world gone wrong. Cross they plots, they stitch and weave. Oxford to Galveston, tricks deceive, but you can't erase what the people believe. The first don't fade when the lions grieve. Operation Silence the Press, they plotted, they guessed, but the truth don't rest. It beats in my chest from Cohen and Cali to Lafayette stress. Rights don't vanish cause the marshals press. Broke my gear, tried to kill my breath. Shackle me cold, start me near death, but the voice survives and I stand confessed. I expose what they fear. Silence the press.
Operation Silence the Press.